Greetings, my friends! My name is Aiden, and welcome back to the realm of Arcanis. In the last video, we did a lot. We maxed out our armor, we did a raid, and we did a few other things that I can't name off the top of my head, so give me a second. Yeah, we actually finally went to the Nether, if you can believe it. I feel like that was long overdue, but who knows? You know, mostly my plans focus around the building aspect of the game. So this will be another building episode, and I do have a few things planned to build to expand our little base of operations here. No, it does not involve tearing that ugly piece of trash down. No, we have a few other plans. So the current plans I have set for the video involve building primarily, like I said, and it involves building ourselves a brewing station, upgrading our nether portal, looting some ocean monuments, updating this farm's design after a while, connecting all of our builds with some nice stone and dirt paths. I want to get some more zombie villagers, and I want to build a fountain to establish a new village area that I have planned, which is most likely going to be over there. But Aiden, a brewing station requires blaze rods, which we don't have a lot of if you watched the last video. And yes, we don't have a lot of them. However, we are going to run back to the fortress we discovered in the last video and collect some more, if you catch my drift. However, to do that, we are going to require a few important items for our expedition. So let's get those items and let's go. We're just gonna need some string. We can craft those into a fishing rod. I jumped ahead and grabbed a saddle from one of the ravagers we killed because we were going to definitely need that if we're going to traverse the nether on a strider, because it's most likely that our previous strider had unfortunately despawned. So we're gonna need a new one. All right, here we go. And here we are back in the depths of the hellscape. Hello there. I don't remember the most direct route down to the fortress, but I do remember the general direction that we did go. So I'm just going to go that general direction, and hopefully we won't die on the way. So let's go. Fortunately, we are much better equipped to deal with the nether fortress now than we were previously, because last time it was not a breeze. Our armor was a bit dinged up, our weapons were not fully upgraded, but now we no longer have to worry about that, as we have reached maximum efficiency. Yep, this area definitely looks familiar. I'll quickly craft this, because we're going to need it. We'll just quickly make our way across this bridge, because it's very, 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 very deadly. Open nether should allow us to get our bearings a lot better. Hopefully. Hey, I remember you. You're still here. I thought you had despawned. Well, how things play out, I suppose. Onward, my strider friend. We go to battle. If I remember correctly, the fortress was this way. However, I could be wrong. I'm fairly good with directions, so I hope I'm not wrong. Now we just have to traverse a bit of land. Yep, this is the wrong way. Alright, let's go back. Nobody laugh at me. Nobody laugh at me. Nobody laugh at me. Now we backtrack. Now, if I am remembering correctly this time, the fortress should be this way, and not the way we just went. Alright, this looks a bit familiar. Ah, there we go. See? I did remember the way. There was nothing to worry about. Alright, you can just sit down here, and let's go blaze hunting. Ooh, wither skeleton. We haven't seen one of these guys before. Yeah! Wow! That was our first wither skeleton, and it dropped a wither skull. What is my luck in Minecraft? I really couldn't have, like, edited that in if I tried. Like, that was really just luck there, believe it or not. Like, I genuinely can't believe we got a wither skull on our first, like, skeleton. That's, like, actually insane to me. Like, that's very rare. I think if we gather up a stack of blaze rods, that should be enough. So, let's get into the comp. Kill a few more wither skeletons for the fun of it. Alright, back to the blazes. Yeah, I'm a little on fire, but I think we have enough blaze rods, so let's head home. All right, I'll see you guys there. Whoop! We'll store all of these blaze rods in here. I'll put that right there for now. And now we get to the fun part of the video, where we get to build Woo! So after crunching some of the numbers, doing the math, and a few calculations, I've deduced that I'm going to approximately need 580 birch logs, 224 light blue wool blocks, 206 light blue concrete blocks, 508 stone blocks in order to build this. And that's just the major blocks that I will require. I will also need a bunch of smaller ones that will probably not be time-lapsed, but still be shown that I will be utilized. But let's not waste any time, and let's get right into the time-lapsing. So, whoop! Hi, Editor Aiden here. I unfortunately lost the footage of my light blue wool and light blue concrete sections of time-lapsing whilst I was recording them because, unfortunately, the files are very laggy and very, very corrupted and broken. So all I can show you is the birch log and cobblestone. So, yeah. All right, and we should be good on materials now. We have all the birch, all the wool and concrete, and all the stone to require for this build. Now, let me just show you where we're actually going to construct this thing. I've actually taken the time, put all the materials into this chest, except for the concrete. And I did grab a few leaves, because I actually am going to need those as well for the build. Not a major factor in the construction, but it's still going to be necessary for it. But, yeah, so let me just show you what we're working with. And this is the brewing station, or at least the schematic of the brewing station. Now, it is a bit big, and let me just show you the little tour of the interior if I can. So, through this hill, you can't see it that well, but this is going to be the main area which we are going to brew our potions. There's going to be a storage area up here, if you can see it through this floor. And this lower section is going to be more some miscellaneous stuff that I'm not sure, but we can definitely use it for more storage. Oh, as I was saying, we can definitely use it for more storage if we need to. But first of all, I want to get this area terraformed, so let's get to it, gamers. Okie dokie, and that looks pretty good. Yeah, the land doesn't look too nice right now, but hey, we can always rectify that whilst we're out building, can we not? I just gotta get this last tree out of the way, because I feel like a tree hanging above a brewing station is gonna be a very big safety hazard. One, because it might catch on fire and then burn down the building. You never really know until you know. Alright, let's not waste any time and get right into the building. Whoop! All right, and I think all things considered, this is really good looking. I really like the design I came up with for this. I really, really, really like the aesthetic it possesses, and it's really what I was imagining. This is a lot bigger than I was imagining it would be. I was imagining it being very small, but I think it looks great. There are a few things I added on, such as the trapdoors, as you can see. I also, if you notice, did this whole side section, and this kind of came to me whilst I was building it. I wanted to make this nice, like, side wall section, and I'm probably going to do that for a lot of the builds around my area. Also, I'm going to patch this up whilst I'm here. But yeah, that's our brewing station fully built. And I'll just give you a quick tour. So, let's go. So you obviously saw this in the time lapse. This is the brewing room, which we will use these brewing stands to make potions, obviously. These barrels will store our ingredients to make our potions. These chests will be utilized to store our potions. And these cauldrons will be useful for whatever cauldrons are useful for. I don't know. I think it's just putting potion stuff into them. Who knows? I also decided to do some storage up here in case we have any more potions that we want to make, because I don't know if I'll be mass producing them, but you never know. You never know. However, I think that looks really great. So I'm going to go into Freecam and show you the outside aesthetic and explain what my inspiration was. Right, here we go. So based on designs that I had seen previously on both Google and other platforms that really came to inspire me for this build, most people have done the smokestack section. As you can see here, I decided to use some campfires to create the smoke, whilst also using some hay bales to enhance their height, to make it look like something big is going on in here. I also obviously want to keep this aesthetic with the light blue roof. I think the roof windows are nice, so you can see out of there, even though it's just for storage. It's always nice to have a nice view of this area. And yes, I really like this build. I really like the way it came out, and I think we should not waste time. Get right into the next one. So let's get to it, gamers. So the first thing you're probably noticing about this area is our nether portal is gone, and that's because I believe at the start of the video I said I want to make a newer, more nicer one. I decided to off-screen terraform the area for the build that I had designed prior to this video, and let me show you. So imagine our small 4x5 nether portal upgraded into this. Yep, this is the next stage, and what I'm planning to do next. I already have the materials I require, so let's not waste any time, and let's get to the building process, shall we? Whoop! And now, with utmost prestige and care, I finally light our new nether portal. And I think, honestly, this looks really, 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 really good. Now, you might be wondering, what's the next stage? Well, as I mentioned before, I do want to loot some ocean monuments, and if you remember from episode 2, or if you don't, that's fine. There are 2 ocean monuments located to the east of our base that I have wanted to loot for a bit, but have not had the chance to do so, but now I do. When raiding ocean monuments, 2 potions are usually necessary to raid them. While we do have respiration throughout our helmet, it would be in our best interest to have both night vision as well as water breathing, both of which I can make right now. So let me grab the ingredients and I'll be right back with you. We obviously need blaze rods to fuel our brewing stands. We need nether wart, obviously, to make our awkward potions. Some gold to make some golden carrots, and some pufferfish to make some water breathing potions. I have to smelt some sand to make some bottles. Hold on. There we go. Now all we have to do is fill up these bottles, and then let's get to brewing. We'll make a blaze rod, which I make into blaze powder. We put the bottles in, add a piece of nether wart, rinse and repeat, and then we wait. Now that those are done, we can take some of our gold, make them into nuggets. We form them into a square like that, put our carrots in the middle, and now we have golden carrots. Place one of our golden carrots right here. Place our fish right there. I had to go back because I need some redstone dust. Then, to increase our potion's length, we just add this redstone dust and wait for the magic to happen. There we go. And now, let the guardian slaying commence. Our target is in sight. Let the battle commence! Why, hello there. And well, bam! One down. 1, 2 to go. We're gonna go down just the same. Oh, that got me off guard. Yeah! Oh, this looks like the right way. No, it was not the right way. It was an act of deception. This way looks promising. Never mind. This looks promising. And our promise has been rewarded. You hit hard, but I hit harder. Oh, bam. It's still weird to me that you cannot block a Guardian's laser with a shield. It seems really strange. Now all that's left is to collect the gold, which is not going to prove easy due to the fact that we have mining fatigue, but we'll try anyway. Guardians, however, are not going to make our task easy. And we broke through. Now we just have to get the gold. This may take a while. Alright, 1 down. Now we just have 7 more to go. Yip. Yippee. Oh! Our curse has receded us. We're finally free of the mining fatigue. Alright, and with that, I take my leave of you guardians. Now, let's move on to our secondary target. That windmill is still very, very ugly. Alright, and we have arrived. Let's head in. Hello there, good sir. Oh, bam! Perfectly timed that one. Nice. Wow. The entrance is just right here, huh? I don't think I've ever seen a monument like that before. A rare encounter indeed. Oh, well, you're just right here. Hello there, good sir. Don't mind if I murder you. Oh, you're not making that easy, though. Oh, I'm just gonna retreat for a second. And, well, bam! 2 down, 1 to go. Oop, our potions are wearing off. Let me restock. Excuse me, Guardian, I'm not after you, I'm after your boss. Oh, a Geo just spawned right in here. Very odd. There you are, you big palooka. Bring it on! And down you go. Sucks that we didn't get a smithing template out of any of those, but there will be others. All we have to do is loot their gold, and then we are good to go. We'll just wait here until the mining fatigue goes away. Now, while I would like to get out of this dangerous place, there is something I would hopefully like to find here. That of sponges. So let our hunt begin. They don't always have sponges, but it's nice when they do. Break our way through the walls until we find some. If they have any, of course. Nope, not through here. Definitely not through there. I think this place might be a bit shy of sponges. Alright, we'll just head out then. And hopefully avoid the guardians on the way. I guess I'll take a peek at this ruined portal for a second. Take this crying obsidian. Nothing in the chest is what we need. Nothing too fancy, but nothing too terrible either. There's another monument over here that we could loot, so why not do it? Before we head in there, let's just pot up again. Hello there! Nope, not that way. There's the gold room, and there's the ghost guardian. Salutations, good sir. May I offer you my sword? Bam! Ooh, perfectly timed too. Oh! Hey, we got a template. Yee, we got the tide template. At last. For context as to why I like the tide template and why I wanted it, it's also due to the fact that I like to put it on my armor, specifically my leggings, I think, or my boots. I can't remember, but who knows? It's just a nice piece of equipment to have. Doesn't really provide any like essential add-ons, but it is definitely just nice to have as part of your look. Presentation is always important, after all. How do I get to the other guardian? Oh, this seems convenient. Where is that monstrosity? Found him! Well, bam! I'm really good at timing those bams, aren't I? Now we just gotta wait for our mining fatigue to wear off so we can get the gold. Surprised we haven't seen at least one room of sponges. Or there is one here and I just haven't seen it yet. Nope, does not look like there are any sponges in here. Ripperino. There we go. And now we make ourselves vacant of this place. Oh my god, a guardian's in our boat. Get out of here. Is there another one over there? Yeah, there's another monument over there. But, I think 3 is enough for now. We'll get that one eventually. For now, however, we'll just head home and pack away our treasures and valuables that we've uncovered. Also, be completely unorganized and pack all of this away. Actually, we might as well duplicate this and add this to our armor. Doesn't hurt, you know? We, of course, have to make a smithing table. Sir, can you please get out of my window? It's quite rude to peek. Take some of our diamonds. I don't know which one it is. We'll try with all of them. There we go. Take off our boots. Put that there. Put this here. Then add that, and voila! We now have some nice, sparkly, golden diamond boots. Let's put this in here for now. Leave it unorganized. Now on to the next objective. This farm. Oh, this classic farm that I've had since episode 2 that I adore and admire. How simple and efficient it is. But also, how out of place it feels compared to the rest of my builds. So, why don't we get it up to date and renew it a bit? You know? I think it's good for a nice clean scrubbing. So, why not waste any time and get into the time lapse, shall we? Whoop! I would consider this build a certified upgrade, if I were to say so myself, which I just did. So let me give you the grand rundown of the idea I had. Let's go! So I wanted to do a stone outline, as you'll see here, with the birch pillars going up, and then I thought of this roof idea that I conceived prior to this. So for the design of the build, I decided to do this roof segment for these middle sections, as you'll see right here. That wouldn't interfere with the build itself. In these middle sections, I added redstone lamps for a nice light aesthetic, whilst having the stone outlines holding up the fencing walls around the farm. I filled in these water spots with a full thing of stone slabs. That way I can traverse them efficiently and quickly. I use stairs to do a bit of the texturing, as you'll see. The way these redstone lamps are operated are all by levers hidden under here. Overall, I think this looks nice, and this will not be our permanent farm, but definitely one of many to come. Yep, I think that looks pretty nice. Now on to the next stage. So yes, our base is very, very big so far, or very widespread. But do you want to know what we don't have connecting it? And I mentioned this at the beginning of the video. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I want to build some paths that are connecting our base. And no, not paths like... Nope. Something much different. I want to create paths of stone and dirt. Let me get into the quick explanation of things. For the builds that will be in what I would consider this more urban area, we will have the more stone-like paths connecting them all. The stone paths will then traverse out this way through this forest segment and into the plains, which will transition into the dirt paths, which will be connecting all our farm-related builds. And you might not have noticed these barrels before, but I've been storing up all my dirt in here in case of emergency for building or terraforming or whatever I need dirt for. I do need to gather up a bit more stone for this process to function, but let me get into the time lapse and let's get into the path construction. All right, let's go. Yeah, and overall, I think these paths are pretty much done. So let's go into a sky view and take a look. So as you can see, the path starts out from my home, protruding to the rest of the area. It goes past the brewing station up these steps. Then it transitions over to this area leading up to the nether portal. Obviously, it has to connect to our mine. Of course, it also has to wrap around our farm. And this ending part of the path will mark where the main urban area of our base will be located, meaning that everything outside this path is going to be our farming district of our base. And I think that it's going to work out well for us. But there is one final build I would like to construct, and I suppose I should just show you where it is. So, let's go! If you already don't remember from the beginning of the video, I had mentioned building a fountain. A fountain to mark where I will build our soon-to-be village. And yes, while most players would obviously build a trading hall, I'm going to be a bit diverse and build a village for my villagers to feel like I'm not being a person of enslavement. I don't really condone slavery, of course. I don't feel like anyone should. Ow, my legs. But yeah, I think a village will also be a bit more vibrant and more medieval-like. That is kind of the vibe I am going for with this world and the story it's going to create. Something to just really get people invested. The immersion has to be real. So yes, this is the area we are going to use to mark our soon-to-be fountain. Because this area, I'm going to clear out of trees at some point and make into our humble little village area. So, I suppose I should stop wasting time and just show you what we're going to be working with. This area definitely looks empty, but once you add in the schematic, it becomes a lot nicer looking. And while you can't see it right now very well, we're just going to have to clear out some land. So, let's get to it, gamers. And of course, now that we've committed more deforestation, we have to get into some cultivation. I think the land's pretty cleared out. And yeah, this dirt looks like it might obscure our design, but I beg to differ. Of course, now that the trees and dirt are out of the way, we can give a more transparent overview. And yes, this is the fountain I have designed. And believe me, it took a bit of time to design as well. The red area currently surrounding the fountain beneath the leaf outline is a bunch of stone, andesite, and cobblestone that will be set up as the path surrounding it. And to add a bit more aesthetic, I decided to make this trident warrior statue on top of the fountain. I will admit I was inspired by some designs I had seen on the internet to add this. So yes, it is not of my own original creativity. And if we look at the sign, let's just say this fountain has some significant importance. I suppose we should waste no time and get into the final building process of the video, shall we? I believe we shall. So, yeah, let's go! Yeah, I don't usually record right after I finish the build because I have to set some things up, but if you can see behind me, there are 2 trident drowned. So, I'm gonna try and get a trident from both of them, so, let's do it, I guess. Ow! Oh, I don't... No, not trident. Dang it. Ah, dang. Go away, phantoms! Alright, let me just cut to when I get to the outro. So yeah, overall, I think this build looks pretty nice. Let's go into a nice overview of it. As you can see, I have this nice birch perimeter next to this nice stone-like path surrounding it with some foliage as the outliner. I thought about adding this trident warrior to represent what this area will mean, and it's meant to represent what will be the future. Because as you know, when it comes to my character, I usually like to use a trident, but in this series, my character isn't the main character. No, someone else is going to take center stage. Sounds a bit mysterious, that's the point. Overall, I think this fountain came out pretty good. I think this is a sign of good things to come, personally. And yes, I did know I say I would collect zombie villagers, and technically I did accomplish that goal unintentionally. If you may have seen it in the recording, if you may have seen it in the time-lapse, we found this guy just skulking about, and I decided to put him in a boat. I'll probably move him with the other zombie villagers off-screen, so you won't have to watch me do that. And as you read the sign, it says the Fountain of Unity, because this is the first build that is part of a much larger plan that I have for this world. I feel like we're finally getting into the story elements, if you can tell. The story that I have planned out for this world. I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to comment, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe. Until then, I'll see you all later. So as I say each and every day, lightning out.